high-tech city, and this is Cyber Pearl, a building that was inaugurated by the Chief Minister Safir Adeni. Now, high-tech city plays host to every single IT company in the country. Right behind us, that's the building there. That's the Tata Consultancy Services building. Right at the entrance of the high-tech city is the Wipro building. It's an outstanding building. This building is the host to our first guest, Safir Adeni, the CEO of Cytel India. It's a BPO operation. So let's find out what his story is about.
Hi, I'm Safir Adeni, 39 years, CEO for Cytel India. I would like to take the Indian service industry to a whole new level. I want to move up the value chain and leveraging the strengths of China and rest of Asia.
He's a man on the move. With an innate sense of adventure, Safir Adeni always wanted to explore and learn things firsthand. A stellar academic record helped him move towards a career in CAD engineering and robotics in the United States. But he felt he hadn't found his true calling. So he followed that up with a brief stint as a director, propelled him to launch his own dot-com company, Cubono, in 1999. But like most dot-com startups, it fell prey to the bust.
Hi Safir, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us on Young Turks on the Road.
Nice to meet you,
So
Shereen.
you're here in Cyber Pearl, but I believe large parts of your life was spent outside in the US. What made you want to come back home?
Most importantly, I really wanted to come back and contribute back to India, especially to the Indian service industry. Everything that I have really gained and learned over the years. I wanted to bring in global best practices to the Indian service industry.
But where did the entrepreneurial bent of mind come about?
To be honest, it really came from an inherent sense of adventure.
And 2000 is when you also first took your entrepreneurial plunge.
That's right. So I thought, you know what?
As in the company, where do you actually
I thought I actually try to do something on my own. So this is where I wanted to bring in my supply chain experience, which as well as my IT experience, and brought the two together in a services space. So we wanted to create a platform and a service, to bring in the brick and mortar type, services to a dot-com company.
And like all dot-coms in 2000, it went bust.
I know.
And what was that like for you?
Well, it was very, very difficult, and in fact, that's probably one of the reasons why it took me a long time to, get back into the whole entrepreneurial, mindset.
Not one to give up, Safir realized being an entrepreneur didn't necessarily mean startups. So in 2005, he became the CEO of Cytel India, a third-party BPO service provider. With Safir leading the team, Cytel began to see growth and soon turned profitable. Safir says Cytel's success is largely a result of teamwork and based on his 4P philosophy. That's people, performance, processes and profitability.
When I joined Cytel, we were basically about 1,200 people, a company.
What are the challenges of that? Because you're dealing with the average age is what, about 23,
24, yeah.
These are people who are very high on aspiration,
Absolutely.
very low on patience,
I
want
know.
everything done for them instantly,
right.
live in a sort of instant world for instant gratification.
Whenever we start a new center and a new program, right, I just go there and meet the first batch of young 23-year-olds, right? And I tell them, we promise 3 things to you, okay? First is learning. Second is growing, third is winning, and this is our philosophy. Okay, we provide all kinds of learning opportunities to people, and not just the training we provide, just for the job, but all kinds of other things. And the way I do that is I encourage everybody to operate what I call outside the boundary. Operate in a boundary-less environment. The second way I deal with that is, doing this actually provides growth opportunities. Luckily, we have been able to grow from 1 site to 5 sites, from 1,200 people to like 4,000 or 5,000 people in a span of like less than 2 years. The third one is winning. Everybody wants to be part of the winning team, right? And what we are able to do is for every client that we do business for, we happen to be that client's #1 performing partner globally.
Spread over 145 locations in 45 countries, Cytel has a long list of local and multinational clients. In India, Cytel has operations in Hyderabad, Chennai and Mumbai, and may soon move to the NCR region on the outskirts of Delhi. Cytel's clients are based mostly out of the US. Apart from India, Safir also manages Cytel's operations in China, Singapore and Vietnam.
In terms of revenues, in terms of the size of the company, where are you actually seeing yourself headed in terms of client acquisition, client addition? throw some numbers our way.
Well, we're currently, due to some merger and acquisition, we're currently in a private mode. So we don't really, we're not throwing out numbers, right?
Okay.
Having said that, I think we,
You're acquiring or being acquired?
Well, no, we recently had gone through a merger some time back, but so from that point of view, however, as strategically, we as a company believe that India and this particular region is extremely strategic for the future of the company.
Okay.
We have huge opportunities here that we can still tap, in not only leveraging, Western businesses from an offshore point of view, as well as from a local domestic point of view. So I don't see any reason why we can continue growing at the way that we have been growing, and the numbers for that are already out there.
But does the number game matter to you? NASSCOM's number one, KPO, BPO, so on and so forth. You've got a whole host of ratings in the industry. Right. But does that?
No, to be honest, that piece doesn't matter to me. What matters to me most is if we are number one in the client's mind, in the customer's mind.
Safir's current calling is driving Sitel up the value chain from a BPO to a KPO. While he's swung his way through the tough times, he says poor infrastructure is the biggest challenge to stay on course. With an eye on competition, Safir believes Sitel has the winning stroke.
I have a philosophy called 4 Ps. Okay? First P is for people. People take care, build processes. People and processes build your performance. And all these 3 will get you the profitability.
Safir, thanks very much for joining us on Young Turks on the Road. We hope the 4P philosophy works well for you as well as for Sitel India. Thanks very much indeed. Pleasure having you.
Thank you. It was my
pleasure.
See you around.
Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Well, we'll take a quick commercial break. Another young achiever coming up. We're beating back on the road. See you then.